And they're quite happy to have fresh water to swim in. We're going to be spreading some gravel here. This larger rock is to help with drainage. And then I'm going to be adding some more mulch on the other side. We have some tree branches to mulch still. I wanted to show you quickly. There's a magnolia that's starting to bloom on the other side, so it's quite beautiful. Can't wait for it to grow quite larger than it is right now. You can see those magnolia flowers. The tree is very small, it's only about 5 feet. So those are going to open up, and when the petals fall, the geese will be able to eat the leaves and the petals. They're edible. There's Angel. She's looking a lot better. Look at her wings. Even her underbelly is looking a lot cleaner. I'll try to get a little better view of her. So those feathers won't replace until fall, so they'll drop all the feathers and grow new ones, but she's looking at least a lot cleaner. And her sores on her shoulders are doing a lot better too, healing up quite nicely. I just missed it. The goose was getting out of the pool, and not so gracefully. We're going to get some big pavers to put around the pools too. It'll help them get in and out. So far it's strong enough that they can balance on the edge. They're quite agile. Are you going to get in? The struggle is real. So what do you guys think? Keep all the geese together? Rehome the pilgrim pair and Angel the Emden? My heart says to keep them all together, and then the breeding side of things is complicated when you have to separate different breeds to do purebred eggs. And I was thinking maybe I could just use her as a broody girl to raise some goslings, because supposedly she loves sitting on nests, and maybe she's a good mother, you know? Maybe she'll walk those little goslings around and teach them the way and survive hardships. Despite obstacles in life, you can still be productive. So, wanting her to get into the water again. Maybe she'll go in. I'm kind of tempted to go to a few garden centers and look for the Gigantica magnolia. Last year I had a little bit of a weird situation where I found a beautiful one, and I was standing there waiting for the lady who worked there to bring a cart back, and you know, I had my hand on the tree, and then I texted Mark, and then in that fleeting moment this guy kind of swooped in and grabbed the tree, and I thought he worked at the garden center, and he ran off with the tree, and I was like, what's going on? And he was a customer and basically was just snatching the tree from right in front of me, and there was nothing else around me, just the tree and me like really facing it physically, and yeah, you know, just kind of took off with it. So anyway, lesson learned. Don't hesitate when you really want something. So now the garden center said they would order me another one last year, and this year they didn't get any. So I've been calling around to different garden centers to get them. And the geese seem to be responsive to the cochins and the OGBs vocalizing. So yeah, there's a few garden centers around us, but you know, we'll see what happens. I'd like to plant something earlier rather than wait till fall. It's not ideal to plant in the middle of summer. Spring and fall is usually the best time for trees when it's cool. And you know, I'll do a video on how I do that with bone meal and really adding a lot of soil in our case, because we don't have the depth of soil. And mound helps protect against the -20 Celsius winters that we have. So We have some breeding going on and get excited. But they've stopped laying, so I don't think that we'll get any more eggs, since the stress of moving them possibly means that they won't be laying anymore. This is a pilgrim goose here. You notice her body is like more triangular in shape on the end, and where the gander, where did he go? Yeah, I can't see him because it's so sunny. He's a lot rounder in his rear. Kind of noticed too, his bill is a bit bigger, his head is larger, and his feet are larger, but kind of hard to tell apart. There's the gander in the pool there now. Roman tufted goose. So we have 2 or 3 that are tufted. Yeah, 3. No, 2, sorry. And 3 that are not. So hopefully we'll have some really cute goslings next spring for everybody to enjoy watching grow up. I'm probably going to keep just a couple more tufted ones and then selling the rest of the goslings, finding them homes. And yeah, angels, like the smell too, like they smelled atrocious before. Like you could stand 15 feet away from them and they just had a really toxic smell to them. And now they're smelling a lot better. I can't even smell them really. Smells a little sweet, you know, but nothing. We couldn't even breathe in the car. We had the windows rolled all the way down and we were mouth breathing. It was difficult, so. Hi, sweetie. I think they might go in for a little snack. I think there was a bird here or something because there's some feed on the in this area. I don't think Marco's done that. So I'll have to remind him to put the bowl of feed in, otherwise we can attract raccoons and other critters that we don't want. Goose on the hill, goose on the hill. Look at those pretty eyes. It's very hard for me to see my screen right now, so the glare from the sun is very bright. I'm hoping I'm in frame. All right, so we'll leave it at that. Nice long video for you to enjoy, and let me know if you have any questions. Be happy to answer. Appreciate the comments and the likes and the viewing time. It really helps me. Hopefully we can get the channel monetized again. That will really help with offsetting the cost of feeding the birds. And right now I'm hatching all the eggs that I can get from auctions and my birds, so that I can, you know, take advantage of helping other people out looking for ducklings and chicks. And then we're taking a step back from poultry. I'm only going to be keeping my cochins, the OAGBs, a few Sarama, and then I'll have the Chmanis, and that's it, and a few barnyard mix. I do like those because they run with the guinea fowl and it's really nice, so I'm not too concerned. And the Chmanis are also going to be running around in the yard as well, and they're a dark colored bird. They almost look like a raven, you know, kind of like that. They blend into the shadows, so we'll have a few of those. And yeah, I'm not really into, seriously, excuse me, it's still morning here, I'm yawning. It's I'm not too serious into chickens, but I do like my bantams. I think they're adorable and I like handling them and they're cuddly. So anyway, I'm gonna try to stitch the two videos together, or I'll do a part 1 and part 2 for today. It's May 27th. I totally jumped back a couple months. May 27th, back in time, and 2026. So the geese are enjoying I think it's Wednesday today, Wednesday swim. Let them go.